I had asked you earlier to please share with us. There's so much that Samia Suluhu Hassan has done in the past few months, and how that has impacted governance and maybe the trust that the citizens of Tanzania have for the government.
Actually, ever since she came into power almost 2 years ago, we have seen a lot of changes done by her government. Actually, there's a lot of differences between Samia and Magufuli. And this did not usher when she became a president. This was vividly seen even before she became a president, because when you remember, when she was the vice president, she's the only top government leader who took her time to visit one of the leading opposition leaders in Tanzania, Tundu Lissu, who was admitted in Nairobi hospital. It's all known that it was Magufuli and all other leaders in Tanzania who abandoned that guy. So Samia Suluhu Hassan has shown differences on her way of governance between herself when she was the vice president and even when she became a president in March 2021.
I want to, also talk about the Chadema party, and now that they have been given the freedom to, to play politics in Tanzania. Let's talk about, the journey ahead. And of course, first of all, the activities in the last 48 hours, the gathering that they had over the weekend, and now what happens next? Freeman Mbowe, who is the leader of the Chadema party, what plans would you say that he has moving forward?
Actually, from the experience from the last 2 days rallies, they had the first rally in Mwanza the day before yesterday, and their second rally was in Musoma, just the neighboring city from Mwanza, yesterday evening. Actually, we saw a number of turnout in terms of people in Mwanza, and not only in Mwanza, even along the roads when they were traveling from Mwanza by road to Musoma. And actually, we saw a lot of differences from utterances of Freeman Mbowe himself when he spoke for the first time in Mwanza, compared to what he said when he made his second rally in Musoma yesterday. Actually, he was more vibrant yesterday, and the receptions from the people who attend the rally was more active yesterday than how it was the day before yesterday. So we expect to see a lot of changes. In terms, we are expecting to see some responses from the government and from the ruling party. From what we've heard from the leaders of opposition saying, because it's not only Freeman Mbowe who came on to speak yesterday, because before he spoke, his lieutenants, a number of them, spoke before him on different issues of which they think they've been pertaining or they've been going not in the way they were expected by the government of Samia Suluhu Hassan. So we expect Samia Suluhu Hassan to be more tolerant, but it's how she said herself when she announced on removing the bans on rallies. She said the opposition should use languages which should not provoke her supporters to respond in a way which could promote some violence and such, or some kind of nonsense, the way it was expected in 2015 when John Magufuli decided to stop these rallies. And we, from the experience of the past 2 days, we have seen leaders of opposition, and Chadema in particular, being very careful on whatever they say and on whatever they utter in the podiums. What we saw yesterday, Mbowe was extra careful to the point that some of his supporters have been going saying that this is not the Mbowe we use, because he has tried to be very passionate, very careful on whatever he says, trying to tell his supporters to be careful that they are going to conduct these rallies in a more civilized manner, and not putting themselves at loggerheads with the government.
All right. I mean, there's so much that still needs to be done. This is a welcome development from President Samia Suluhu Hassan, and We certainly do hope that more is done. There have been recommendations, of course, to review the constitution, and we certainly look forward to seeing how much positive development is brought to restoring democracy in Tanzania. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning.